Hello everyone, for those who are going to be watching in the VOD, today we're doing a cooking stream. I posted on a community post saying which type of stream you want. It was a tie as of 11:59 yesterday, recording this, streaming this, depending on how you view. We had an option of rewatching digital shows and analyzing them from a film standing point of view, or cooking, and cooking won. So, but it was a tie, but I chose as the tiebreaker cooking because I want to try something different than sitting down. I don't agree enough. I'm sitting and watching stuff. I want to interact with something. So, today's cooking. We have four things we are trying to cook today. We are trying to cook potatoes. I'm gonna bake them, maybe fry them, depending on how I feel when I decide to do it, how thin they are when I get to come. We're gonna make Philly cheesesteak. We are going to make some type of dessert with apple. I haven't fully decided on that. And that one I'm doing no recipe, no references. The other ones I'm gonna try to Google things if I get confused and whatnot, but the dessert I'm doing absolutely no recipe. If I mess up, I mess up, and I have to deal with it. And then I'm making my dad a lunch for work. So those are the four things we're going to be doing today. I'm going to see also how the YouTube inbuilt live stream feature works. If it's something I want to do for like these type of things, or if I want to just bring my whole PC set in here so I have full control and customization. Because this is my first time ever doing this feature, so I have no idea how this works. And I have no idea how YouTube purchased this. So, all learning experiences, all here to have a good time. Other thing I want to note, for those who are wondering why I don't go full out on lighting, camera angles, etc., I want to prove something that as long as you have a couple of things, which you either have already or you can easily get for under 100, you can make content. It doesn't have to be a live stream. It just has to be content. Because I know a lot of people who want to be a YouTuber Twitch, but don't want to put in effort in making content. And it's like, just make it short, non-edited, poorly lit. Like, I have one of my lights from my room in here just to confirm I have decent lighting. Also to do my favorite type of lighting. Just to do something. But that's just me. Plus, I don't know how accurate my phone light detection is going to be, because I know I'm probably going to be touching the screen a lot to readjust. Also, I'm not shaving because it's no shave November. And then I'm going to shave everything off in December. So, I'm going to look completely different in a couple weeks. I always look like 10 years younger when I completely shave. The drink of the day, black cherry soda by Goya. That's the drink of the day. I've been trying to drink different forms of soda so I can learn how to make different syrups, because I'm about to get a soda water maker. So I want to make my own soda from home. Hopefully it's healthier and it tastes better. So I've been trying different brands of soda I don't normally touch just to see if I notice anything. I do appreciate the black cherry over normal cherry. It has a nicer texture, not texture, taste to it. And also for those who are going to be watching later on, I'm not a professional cook, not a chef. I took one course in college, and the rest of my knowledge comes from trial and error, what I've been told not to do, and general stuff like that. Nothing like over the top. So, just overall curious, that's all, on how these things work. Because cooking, theoretically, just following a recipe. But in my case, I don't have a recipe. I've been just told what to do. And I have to try to remember while also make everything. Theoretically, everything makes sense on paper. But what happens when the paper gets removed? Though the soup I'm gonna make for my dad, I have made a dozen times already. So that I have pretty good confidence in showing you guys. The other three are my first time attempts at it. And or I know people are gonna be stingy about it, so just know I'm just a idiot man on the internet just trying to do something different. And unless I'm wanting to do a close-up of something, or you ask a question and I bring the phone close to you, this is probably all you're going to see in my kitchen. Well, all kitchen, my family's kitchen. Because it is a mess. Because I haven't been able to clean it in a couple days. And the cat's kind of, and the dog is kind of doing the thing. I have the dog in my room, before anyone wonders where he's at, because anytime the dog is out here and I'm in here, if I step out of the room, he will either piss everywhere or try to go into my cat's litter. So, just to make sure I don't have to deal with that mess, he's in there. The cats are still out, so be prepared to see special guests throughout the live stream. Especially the orange one, because he loves his space. He's probably going to be in here the entire time, knowing him. Plus, he likes trying to snag a couple bits of food that drops. But yeah, that's basically all we're going to be doing today. I'm going to try to make a dessert. I'm going to make lunch for my dad for tomorrow. And make dinner. So, I'm just wondering how it's all going to go down. I'm probably going to make the soup first because that's going to take the longest part. Because I wanted to make sure everything mixed together properly. Then it's probably going to be the dessert I'll do next. Because dinner doesn't take a lot of time, especially after these thaw. Yeah, it shouldn't be an issue on that portion. So without further ado, oh yeah, a lot of people, I don't know how much I'm going to interact with chat, so hopefully my ramblings will be entertaining enough. Because I don't know if I'm going to be able to look at chat frequently enough. Anyways, let's try to make... Oh, what's all this? Hold up. Okay, a whole bunch of things just popped up on my side panel. Oh. Okay. Apparently I could make highlights. That's a nice feature to have. Sorry, I got distracted by things just popping up on my screen. Alright. Let's begin, shall we? And yes, I have my computer chair in here just for the giggles. So, that's how it's going. I know some people hate Instant Pots. When they make like soup and stuff. They say just use a pot. I prefer instant. Don't blame me. It's just how I was trying to make the soup at first, and then I excelled from there. So, basically, what we gotta make first is the chicken. And I know this is gonna make some people cringe, either in the bod or when it comes to cooking. I promise you, if you know what you're doing, this is fine. Obviously, the wheel chicken is better, but this can do the job. And this is what we have on hand. Make do with what you have. Don't buy the expensive shit just because you feel like you have to. If that's what you have, it's still chicken. It can work. Put it on medium. You want to drain most of this juice though, because you don't need that much juice. Okay, we need you. Where are you? You. There we go. A little bit of garlic. A little bit of extra garlic and salt and pepper. And the kicking chicken seasoning. Basically spicy seasoning with garlic, salt and pepper. Then you want to mix all this up. Good rule of thumb I have when it comes to chicken, especially canned chicken. Once all the pink is gone and it's all white, you're good. And then you don't want to overcook the chicken though, since we're doing the soup, because the soup will finalize the cooking. You're just trying to make sure it's like 95 to 99% of the way there. Right before it finishes, this is when you want to add paprika. There we go. I wait until most of the pink is gone or all of it's gone before I add it, so I don't get confused later on by mistake. almost fail. This is when you may want to slowly prep the Instant Pot. Oh yeah, it's done. Turn the heat off, put it to the side. We don't want to mess with you at the moment. We want you to cool down. For the soup, cream of chicken. Since we're only doing a single serving, basically, we only need 1 can. Broth, which in this case we're doing better than bouillon. And we want to do a half a teaspoon of both of these. One is chicken, one's vegetable base. Okay, we don't have a half teaspoon right now, so do a fourth. Try this on each. But obviously, if you have a half teaspoon, use that. Okay. Now, want to add your chicken. About 8 ounces of water. Which is my measuring cup. And then since we're doing pasta, another cup and a half. Now we're doing the pasta itself. Make sure you can taste the ocean. The amount of noodles you want is roughly a cup and a half, I would say. I don't do measurements typically, but if I have to guess off of serving size, I'll do a cup and a half. But since we're almost out of the pots, I'm just going to top that off. I'm going to actually add a little bit more since I added more noodle. In the meantime, I'm going to just make sure everything that's in the pot is ready to be mixed up and ready to go. And then seasonings for the soup. I'm going to do 4 dashes of both thyme and rosemary. Four dashes of garlic, or unless I see a bunch come out in the well. A single dash of kicking chicken. It was only half the dash that time. 5 of pepper. I did 6 because I missed one. 2 onion. Make sure I get the right side. Okay. Let me fix this real fast. Roughly 2 dashes of onion powder. And I'll do one more because he likes onion. A pinch, and I do mean a pinch of Italian seasoning, but mainly trying to get let me hold up. How you pronounce it? Organio, however you pronounce that word. And then 5 quick spins of the salt. All the seasonings in there. I'm trying to make this as not organic, but as aromatic as possible. That way the soup heals your nose and your smell as it does your taste buds. Hopefully, of course. But yeah, we're just waiting on the pasta, water. Luckily enough, we can have this go for the meantime, so that the broth is set and ready to go for the noodles. But yeah, now we just wait. We are currently waiting for the pasta water to get done, and then waiting for the then we have to wait for the noodles to get done, and then we just finish the soup meal. Once the noodles are the right texture, the instant pot should be done by then. Of course, the instant pot can do a mind of its own and take it a little extra longer than you expect. Then you add the noodles, let it go for about 10 minutes. Keep it warm if you're not planning on eating at that moment, or finishing the blending process and going right into your lunch bowl for tomorrow. Which I believe I'm going to do in this. I haven't fully made up my mind which bowl I want to use. We're almost there on the water. We're almost there, guys. The water is almost set to put the noodles in for the soup. So it's just one long process. That's all this is. Just one long, continuous process. This is also a reason I like, for the most part, cooking. I like the quiet moments in between sections. It means you are getting more effective in one section, or you just mistime something. But this is usually when you could pop on a YouTube video, podcast, and go from there. Dropping in the noodles. Everything's in. I will add a little bit more salt, because I want the noodles to be extra salty. And we just go from there. Wait about 5 to 8 minutes, depending on the quality of the noodle, how fresh it is. Usually around 7 minutes for store-bought. You want to check it. So when it hits 27 my time, 127, I will check the noodle. And overall, it's just waiting, but also being ready to strike if need be. Like, since it's store bought, you really want to double check and make sure nothing sticks together. And you have to do that off instinct or by looking. I know roughly after stir it 3 times within the 7 minutes, usually in the first minute, the third minute, and then the fourth minute. Afterwards, it tends to calm down. But of course, it's a case-by-case thing. Also, something I notice a lot of my friends do when they make pasta, or like spaghetti or ramen, they usually dump the entirety of the water. Typically, you want to save at least a cup, like a measuring cup amount. Because that's a bunch of starch that you can use to thicken up your soup if it's not thick enough for some reason. Which can happen, unfortunately. Of course, though, it depends on if you even want it to be thick or if you are just too lazy to do that. I mean, I get you. I mean, I'm in one of those lazy moods right now. That's why I have a chair. Plus, I know I will probably be standing all day. So, and I have to keep an eye out for my knee. So, I'm wanting to sit as much as possible. So, usually though, if it wasn't for injury, I will try to at least stand while cooking a whole section, but I don't want to take a chance of breaking my knee too much. It's always sore enough. Don't need to do any more. We have one more stir coming in, and then we can go from there. Yeah, just one more quick stir, and then the pasta should be set within roughly 3 minutes from now. And then hopefully the pot will be set. If not, then we will just wait until the pot is done with the broth to combine both. And then the lunch for my dad is set, ready to go, put off to the side. And then we can worry about the next step, which is probably the most challenging portion of the day. I have to actually bake something for once. And I'm not the best baker in the world. I always mess up at one point. One portion I will mess up on no matter what I do. No matter how hard I try. Baking is not my strong suit at all when it comes to behind the kitchen. So, hope you guys are willing to gamble with me, because it is no recipes after all. I don't have anything to work off of. So I have to go off of what I know. Which in baking is not a lot. Okay, here we go. Yep. In 2 to 3 minutes it should be done. And it looks like the pot will be taking a sweet time again. So that's going to be fun. So that means we'll probably have to wait 10 minutes before we can even get done with the soup. Which is fine. I have 4 hours to spend. Well, not on the soup. I have 3 other things I have to make, but yeah, the soup should be fine. Yeah, the cinnamon apple, that's gonna be fun to make. Trying to cook up apples and cinnamon, sugar, and then bake it with like a caramel crust. I believe I want to try to make. Basically, I'm trying to make a base that can be heated up real fast, so that you can put an ice cream scoop on it, or you can eat the apples cold. I know it's better to have them hot. A cobbler type of thing, if that makes sense. Again, I'm not a baker at all. I'm an amateur cook at best, so I'm taking a big gamble today, but hey, it's all part of the process. Okay. When it hits 7, I'm going to taste one of these noodles and see how it goes. I just noticed my clock over there is 1 minute off. One of these are 1 minute off. That explains why I'm confused on time. Hold up, check. You are wrong. You are correct. No, wait, no, you are wrong. You are correct. Why do you have to be wrong, man? Okay, I'm going off of the time over here then. Good thing I noticed that now. Good thing I noticed that now. Huh. It wouldn't be disastrous, I believe. It would just make things a lot more complicated down the road. Let me grab the cup so I can grab some of the pasta water. 7, I'm not dying. Okay, that will not work. Let me try something else. That needs another minute. It's still a little firm. That's not what I want. I want it to be like 90% soft. So, I'll try to, no mind, I'll grab the water when I drain it. Be more efficient that way. It'd be way more efficient to get the pasta water after I finish the steak. Yeah, as I was trying to say, it would be more efficient to get the pasta water after, during the draining process versus just doing it now when there's still a lot of pasta in the way. So I'm trying to figure out why you are venting when you're sealing. Don't tell me that broke. I'm not going to touch it in case it tries to explode on me. Okay, you're done. Good. So I only have to wait 3-ish minutes. Oh, technically 10. Give me a cup. Okay. There was not a lot of water left, so I did not add enough water to this. Good to note. I messed up on the water amount. So that should be enough water for thickening if need be. Especially since we already added enough cream of chicken. No ketchup, you bastard! No ketchup. If I was making it for you, I would, child. But today, I'm making this for my dad. My dad hates ketchup. This is between the worst idea you could have thought of. next to putting chocolate on it, which don't even dare. Actually, mayo makes sense. Not mustard though. Mustard's a big no-no. White people like putting mayo on their casual stuff that has pasta in it, so that could work. No. No, 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 no. Maple syrup. Maple syrup. I can see that for a broth, not with pasta though. I can see maple syrup if you want a natural sweetener. No, not sprinkles. Dude. No. We're not trying to upset the Italian mafia today, folk. If they even heard that I accidentally dropped a pasta into the stove like an idiot earlier today, they're always wanting to come after me. Let's try not to upset them anymore. Let's try not to upset them. Anyways, our broth is almost set. Ghost pepper sauce actually can work. It depends on if you make it fresh or not, and you know what's exactly in it. But the instant pot is almost ready, which has our cream with chicken and broth. We're waiting for it to decompress, calm down a little bit. With yellow snow, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. We're not trying to do the one man and one cup story here. Stop it. The winter edition, the Christmas special. We're not trying to do all that. Anyways, once this calms down, we are able to open it. Once it finishes venting, we will be able to add the pasta in, make sure there's enough water, and a little extra salt just to make sure everything combines well. And then we will let it be after it cooks and let it just stay warm for an hour before I put it into a dish for tomorrow. Random. What I am making is a homemade chicken noodle soup, but designed to be able to be microwaved and able to be eaten at lunch. So it's going to be a little bit more thick, but has everything you want in more or less canned chicken noodle soup type of format. So we got our chicken, we got our broth in there, though I did not add carrots or celery because I could not find that at the store, which pissed me off. Because I was wanting to do fresh of those two, but they didn't have those. Avoid the poison Kroger if you want to know where to avoid if you want produce. Random. Avoid the poison one. So it needs... Oh man, if only I had that. I added a bunch of seasonings, so hopefully it compromises, but... I did... Just to give you an idea of how much is in it, which is salt, garlic, onion, red pepper, orange peel, sugar, paprika. Everything that's basically on that label. More garlic and rosemary. Onion powder and thyme. And then salt and pepper. So let's just say this house smells fantastic. Which is what he likes in chicken noodle soup. He wants to have the aromatic with the taste. So, have you tried Mexican cubes? No, I cannot say I have. I'm not 100% sure if I have or not. I don't know if they probably add them into a dish or whatnot, but yeah. Oh, okay. Let me know where to find that. I'd be interested in trying that out. Anyways, this is done. Ooh. Oh yeah, and I also added more chicken. So, noodles are in. Let me give it all a quick stir. Definitely need salt. All the salt disappeared. It doesn't have the savory note that I want, so I'm gonna add a splash of you. And you have 3 of the things I want, 4 of the things I want. You know what? Let me try. I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna add a splash, or like 3 pinches of this Mexican barbecue, because you have the lime peel essence that I want. Because I don't have lime peel on me on hand. Hold up. I'm doing this on the phone too, so chat's gonna be difficult to read. Anytime I think of cooking chicken, it was like... Oh my god, okay. I get what you're saying. Okay, yeah, that should be good once I add some pasta water and thicken it some more. Okay. Come on. There we go. And I want you to cook for 3 minutes and then leave warm, and I can set you off to the side. I don't have to mess with you anymore. Okay. To bring up your comment about the chicken, you don't want to touch it. Sorry. Trying to do this on the phone is a mess. You avoid chicken because you feel like you're going to put someone in prison because you make it bad. That's why I'm getting out of your comment. It's kind of hard to read on the phone. But for me, chicken and beef are like the 2 things I love to cook. Because it tells you if you mess up or not. Those 2 meats will tell you you did something wrong if you do something wrong. Mainly with chicken, if the texture is too dry, that means you overcooked it. You put it on the wrong temp. But if it's still pink on the outside, that means you had it way too high to the point that you need to either get a new stove because the measurements is wrong, or you just crank it up to hell boil instead of medium. But of course I know my medium is from your medium. Plus I know with pots, if it's black or white, it can change the texture and temp and all that jazz. So there's a lot that goes into it. Some stuff I'm not qualified to speak of. I just know basic. This makes sense from a physics point of view, and what I've been told by Food Network and cooking YouTube channels. So this is all one big, a lot of mismatching information in my head that I try to use when I cook and hope for the best I don't overdo it. My biggest kryptonite when it comes to cooking is over-season. I'm literally the anti-white. I over-season stuff. Then again, my over-season could be the standard seasoning in another family. So, I don't high mark it as I mess up. I just try to go for mass flavor and hope for the best I don't overdo it. Which sometimes I do. But when it comes to chicken, as long as you get to 165 temp internal and you don't overcook the outside, that chicken should be fine regardless. And then for seasonings, I recommend like a tablespoon per half pound of whatever. Like if you're gonna do a combination of seasonings, make sure it matches up to a tablespoon per half pound. At least at the bare minimum. That tends to be it, but I usually, jokingly, I say this, I usually wait until my ancestors tell me to stop when it comes to seasonings. When I hear to stop, I stop. So, that's usually what I do when it comes to that. So hopefully that helps Random. Anyways, the soup is done. I just have to let it cook and let it do its thing on its own. It will be a little noisy, so I may have to raise my voice up a touch. The next thing, which is the thing I am not looking forward to, not because it's not fun, it's challenging and I want a challenge, but I know I'm going to mess this up. Because I didn't do any planning. I literally thought of this like 30 minutes ago, and I'm following the rules of what I do. What I plan on doing for cooking is that I don't have a recipe. I have to go off of pure instinct and hope for the best. What I've been told to do. So, if I mess up, I mess up, and it's 100% on me. Let you cook? You know where I live, mate. Come over here. Come on over here. I want to see you cook. I got 3 more things left. But yeah, that's dessert is going to be an interesting challenge for me because it's cinnamon apple, and I want to attempt caramel again, but I don't know if I have to write sugar for it. I definitely know I don't have to write newbie versus I'll come cook. Hey, Edward. Hey, if you want to come cook, I mean, the door, well, it's not open at the moment because I live in the back part of the neighborhood, but the doors feel like we open. And Joe visits kids. Sure, we can make up a cooking stream one day if me and Random are available for like a couple days, and we can do a challenge. If Random is interested. But if either of you guys, since you guys know where I live, want to step on by, assuming you're able to, of course. Don't want to push or pressure you. I'm on mine. Yeah, I got a cinnamon apple dessert, which I'm doing no recipe. Doing a multiplier mix type of thing, where I have to go off of pure memory and instincts. So that hopefully I can get a nice, soft but crunchy apple, cinnamon, caramel, creamy foundation, and then have like a scoop of vanilla ice cream and serve it to family members. And I have 2 apples. I got enough cinnamon, but it's interesting. It's on. We have our own recipes and have impartial tasters. True. And I can try to hunt people down for it. I'm going to make the best pasta. Oh no, I don't trust you with pasta, Random. I do not trust you with pasta. No. Not at all. The only pasta I can trust you with is probably spaghetti and meatballs. That's probably the closest you get to being correct. That's the only thing I can trust you with. Anyways, I'm waiting for the Instant Pot to go through its process before we do the dessert. If you're wondering why I'm sitting here and not baking right now. How many courses? I feel like for a good cooking challenge, I feel like it needs to be like an appetizer, a main course, and a dessert. I feel like that's the best way to judge quality, because those are 3 different cooking methods and 3 different styles of prep and how you present it. So I feel like that's the best way to do it. Also, sorry if I missed anything in chat. I am doing a live stream on my phone to test it out. And I can always say I hate how chat is. It only pops up for a moment, and half the time it doesn't reappear when I ask for chat again. So, if I miss chat, let me know. Do I have to give random cooking courses too? No, it's up to him. It's honestly up to him if he wants cooking classes or not. I don't know how much cooking experience he has, but also it'd be impartial because you and Angel have similar recipes, so it'd be a little bit unfair if you do teach them. I have ideas for future recipes that I want to do for the channel. Like, since I know you just appeared, or at least appeared in chat, I made my own homemade chicken noodle. Really basic, but aromatic. It does have a kick to it, which I like. But he knows how to cook pasta. He just wants to torment me. That's the key here. But you're missing the chat that me and Random had over the years. I can make eggs. Hey, you can make a good amount of stuff with eggs. Fun. And toast. Hey, even better. Let's go, man. That's the beginnings, man. As long as you can make eggs good and toast, you got the foundations to keep going. But, yeah. I mean, that's a good point. You only should want to learn how to cook stuff based off of what you're able to eat. Well, no, I said 3 courses, man. Appetizer, which we can even include breakfast in that, too. Main course and dessert. And if you wanted to make it 3v1, I don't know. And lasagna. Zoom in. How you know how to make lasagna, but not pasta? Stop being mathing here. The mathing is in mathing right now. We're having Common Core math instead of basic math. How is this possible? Zoom out. Yeah, lasagna is fun to make. It's time consuming, but it's fun to make. We're almost done with the pot. It just needs to depressurize at this point. Which I can probably speed up the process, but it's going to get really loud. Once it bends, we can go on to the next stage. Time limit? I feel like it needs to be done in the same day. But I don't know. The soup is for my dad's lunch. So that's for him for tomorrow. So that's technically a course. I am making like a Philly cheesesteak for dinner, which I'm going to start making at 4. I'm going to make a dessert, which I'm going to prep everything. So all we have to do is reheat it and then put the ice cream on it. Or I can leave it in the oven on really low temp to keep it warm. And then make the side for the Philly cheesesteak, which is a potato type of thing. I haven't fully decided what I want to do with it. I'm like, do I want to do fries? Do I want to do crisps? Do I want to do a baked potato? Like, I don't know how complex I want this to be. I could even do mashed potatoes. Even though I have to do it by hand, and that's going to take hours. I'm just trying to think what I want to do. I'm doing this on the fly. Since this is a tiebreaker moment with this winning the poll, at least as of 11:59 last night. Anyways, you're calming down. The dessert, I think I understand what I need to do. It's just more of just making sure I don't mess up. And so those are the courses: a dessert, a dinner with a side, and then a lunch for Dad for tomorrow. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm going to do this myself. I know I'm gonna mess up. Andrew, think of this as multiplier mix. I'm doing this with no recipe. I'm going off of pure instinct and hoping I don't mess up. The soup I know how to make by memory. I just forgot that I'm cooking this for Dad, so I need to kick up the spice level a touch. That was the only thing I forgot to do right before finishing that. I just wanted to let it stay warm so it all combines and it be done. The other three courses I want to be able to do myself. Well, the red chili flakes I'm going to add when I pack it in for its bag. I want to add those last so it stays fresh. I don't think I'm going to blow up the kitchen. I may be a male long, but I'm also a son of a Purley. I know how to cook decently well. I'm not going to be a Gordon Ramsay, but I ain't going to be a blowing up the oven because I cut my finger the wrong way. Sorry, Dad. There's a reason he's banned from cooking. But I'm not going to blow up the kitchen. I haven't blown it up yet, and I've been cooking for the most part since May in here. Hold up. Confidence. I hear confidence. Okay, I'm back. I have to plug in my phone because I forgot I am streaming on the phone. So, give me a moment. Shut up. Okay. Sorry about that. Let me see what you guys are chatting before I attempt a dessert. I need to cut down the recipe time a lot for my dessert, but only if we count making the ingredients and not prep. I feel like if you prep, like anything that doesn't involve combining stuff, it's fine. But the moment you combine the ingredients, that's when your cook time begins. And I say 4 hours. I feel like that should be more than enough time for all of us to make something. And if we want, I don't want to team up. I want the individual skills to come out, unless people prefer to at least team up with one person. But that's up to how the three of you guys feel, because hey, Rowdy. I'm doing fine. I just finished the chicken noodle soup I'm making for my dad's lunch for tomorrow for work. And in about a few minutes, I'm gonna attempt to make a dessert. I'm not a professional cook and definitely not a professional baker. I'm just doing the best I can. And hopefully not messing up, because I am not giving myself a recipe. I'm going off of pure instinct and what I know about cooking and baking from YouTubers, Food Network and what I've been told from the past. Yeah, like everyone should, and we're also trying to plan an event down the road for another cooking stream where we're competing against each other. So, going back, yes, I feel like it should be everyone for themselves, unless random or someone else wants to team up with someone. But then they have to make an extra dish so that it doesn't be like, oh, I make all the food, you just make the dessert. That type of thing. It should be a challenge. We should be sweating or being like by the end of it. And then we need to find a neutral point in the middle that we basically grab our dishes as soon as it finishes and head to the location so that we can try them all in one location. Unless we can find a big enough kitchen that can hold all 4 people doing cooking. Which I know with my kitchen, that's not the case. We can barely fit 3 people in here with ease. And we only have 1 stove with 2 things working, so ugh. But those are judges, but I'm talking kitchen size. And also I want a neutral point where it's about equal distance. Like Fletcher Park or Clannad. Because those 2 parks will give us roughly the same driving distance. So that when we get there, we don't have to worry about, oh my god, my food got cold. No! Because that can change the weightings. Unless we want to time it out, well, each of us start at a different time and have people drive. I don't know. Your house is fine? Okay. But just something to think about. Anyways, let me sit down here for a second and decide. Roughly, Blaster, roughly. So, going back to this stream instead of a future stream. Okay, we have our apples. I have to dice them up. Well, not dice them, slice them up. I have cinnamon sticks and cinnamon powder. I feel like powder would be the simplest option. And the least expensive option. We have milk, and I believe we have heavy cream. I'm probably going to go with milk to be on the safe side with butter. Get all that together, and then I'm going to try to make the caramel on the side. And then I will drizzle that on top after it finishes. Yeah. Do I want that? Oh, no. No. Yeah, no, that would be too much. Okay, I have an idea. Alright, let's take a wits and gamble. Let's go. I'll keep all my fingers from yelling at you. You can yell through the screen because I'm not going to be able to read chat frequently unless it pops up when I turn around. So you can chat. You can give emojis on how you're feeling, I guess. But this is where I either prove I'm really good at cooking and I'm really bad on myself, on treatment, or it proves that I don't know anything about baking. I probably should stick to cooking. Emoji is on. Yeah, emoji should be on for sure. If not, I don't know how to fix it on a phone. Live stream. And yeah, we only have 2 apples here, so I cannot mess this up. And I'm using apples because, well, no one's eating these but me and my mom, and I have a feeling we're going to go bad within a couple days. So instead of making them go to waste, I'm using them today. something I've been told to do by a chef that I took a class on, like only for like 14 days in total, for 3 hours, is before you cut, wet some towels or paper towels and throw on your cutting board, and that way it won't fall if you have a shanted or a really small cutting board, or you're prone to put your elbows on it. So, let's begin. I also have to make sure the knife stays off camera as much as possible because YouTube's really hates knives. That's something I won with my skits. The moment a knife appears, it automatically gets off camera. So you're probably not going to see a lot of cutting on stream. And if you do, hopefully it's not enough for YouTube to be like pissy about. I don't know how cooking channels who does this for a living avoid that. Since cutting is like a crucial part of all this. So. Trying to get the poison cyanide seeds out. There we go. But I'm trying to die tonight. Plus, it just makes it look prettier if you get a nice even cut. On the edging. Pulse. Okay. That's done. Yeah. Sorry, I'm talking to myself in my head at the moment, trying to think of the ratios for the seasonings, like how much cinnamon, nutmeg, salt, stuff like that. I'm thinking about that as well. I'm also considering maple syrup to replace the sugar. I'm considering that. But I'm not 100% sure or convinced I want to do that or not. Honey is also an option. I'm just trying to think of something other than artificial sugar or sugar. Something natural, if possible. Plus, I'm also paying attention to where the knife is, so I don't accidentally cut myself. So, focusing, like you should be, at any point with a knife. Use a knife responsibly. I have never seen that emoji before. Okay. Anyways, I am almost done with slicing up these apples. I have roughly a quarter left. And also, are these going to be the prettiest sliced apples? No. No. But they're going to be sliced enough to do the job. In my head, at least. At least I'm not doing even and tossing the apple up and trying to slice it like that. Alright, all apples have been sliced. Now, decision making. Do I want sugar? Do I want artificial sugar? Do I want honey or maple syrup? I know what the honey tastes like. Well, let me take that back. It's not maple syrup, it's corn syrup. But, best we got here in America. No, that reminds me too much of a pancake or waffle. That's not what I'm going for. But I have one more to try. Let me see what this is like. Yeah, still no. I have decided I am going to do honey. Because I think the honey will go well with the cinnamon nutmeg and give it a nice other flavor compared to cinnamon mints. Brown sugar, you don't have brown sugar in this household. So I can't do that. Trust me, if I could, that would have been option number 1. But yeah, there's absolutely no brown sugar, and I don't know how to make brown sugar. So I'm going with option 3, which is honey. Because I don't want sugar in this. I want to try something different. I want to do something different. So I'm going to wax the honey from my ball with our extra honey in the front ball area. These are emojis I have never seen before, so I'm concerned that I'm bringing out the bad ancestry energy right now in this. But anyways, we keep going with the punches and hope for the best that we don't make something bad. Because ultimately, as long as it tastes good, who cares, right? White. And then we got butter in the pot right now. Well, pan / pot. Let me get this upside down. nutmeg to the side. Alright, let's see what I can do here. We have butter in the pan to get it going. Trying to give it a subtle bottom. And once I know the butter is completely melted, I'm gonna do my first layer of cinnamon and nutmeg on the apples before throwing those in. And I'm gonna try to fry it. We're gonna try to fry them up so that we can get that crunchy texture that I want, but also keeping it sweet. And I'm doing this on roughly medium heat because I don't want this to caramelize. I also want to make sure everything melts. Okay, that's pretty much melted. Let me spread all this out. Alright. Cinnamon and nutmeg. Actually, also, where are you at? Aha! Finally have a use for this. I'm going to put a little bit of the last of my vanilla extract. I don't know how much that is. Probably like a half a teaspoon. Into it. Now, is that a good idea or bad idea? I legitimately have no idea. I legitimately have no clue. Anyways, let's throw these in. We do have no portion of a butter left, so if we want to add more like a butter caramel note to it, hopefully we'll be able to do with no problem. I'm just going to try to fry these up in the butter to a good portion, then I'm going to add just a touch more cinnamon. Yeah, do a little bit more cinnamon and nutmeg into it, and then I'm going to have a bake at that point. I just want to try to fry and then bake. Again, I'm not sure if this is a good idea or not. I'm literally doing this off of instinct. I want to see if I can do this style recipe. I know this is a really dumb idea. Blame my influence and multiplier and just hoping for the best. Fire by fire. And yes, no help, please. I saw that comment. No help. Only emojis if I'm doing something wrong, and I would try to pick up on the hints, but at that point it's probably too late. Because there probably is like a 7-second, 10-second delay. I mean, a little extra to touch the butter, because the apples are absorbing this butter way more than I expected. I'm just hoping I didn't add too much. I will be adding just a touch more nutmeg and cinnamon. That's way too much cinnamon. God damn it. I had it on the wrong end. We're just going to make it work. Come on. Okay. I don't know when I should probably get these off. I do want them to be subtle crisp, but I'm also going to bake it. So, again, I'm going to go into my ancestors' cry. And I haven't heard a cry yet, so I'm doing something right. Yeah, I'm going to blame that. I'm going to blame the ancestors for not yelling at me loud enough. Okay. Let's see if this works. Just a little bit of honey. Then make up for the brown sugar. If anything, this does smell really good. So. And I have a really bad sense of smell, so I'm curious. Okay, I'm just going to leave it like that and put it on medium low heat. And just wait until I think. I mean, that's the best I can do. In the meantime, though, yeah, let me get this out. You here, I may need you for later. Whoever used this pan last, and it wasn't me, did not clean it. Son of a bitch. Okay. I have to figure out who cooked on that pan last. Why? Okay, we're improvising. This is not ideal. Alright, what's that emoji? Yep, that's how I feel right now. Just, who put a dirty pan in the oven? Okay. I have no idea if this actually is oven safe. Screw it. I'm just going to clean that pan. That's going to be the safer bet. It's just time consuming. But I heard the ancestors scream in agony the moment I consider throwing that pan into the oven, so I'm assuming it's not safe for that. See, I do listen to the ancestors when they scream. If they don't scream, I don't hear. Alright, that's good enough. I don't have the time to do a deep clean of it. Because whoever used the wax looks like they used some oil directly onto this pan, and it's kind of not sticky, but it's still bare, so it's going to have a subtle oil texture. So hopefully this water will fix that. Just lovely, 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 lovely. I'm going to use the wax butter to try to get some of this oil texture out. You know, stupid idea popped in my head, and I know this is stupid. Coffee. Now, that would be too much. The more I think about it, that would be too much. I'm going to be smart. I'm not going to be dumb. I'm only taking a lot of wits right now. No need to wits too much. Okay, this is starting to crumble by pressure, which is a good sign. Okay. Trying to put this directly on the butter area of the pan. I may need to use it later. Okay, let's drizzle on some honey. Let's get a basic spatula rub. And then I want to add something on top. Something is screaming. This is when I will add brown sugar. I already added too much nutmeg and cinnamon. Oh wait, I got it. I'm going to be smart about this. I don't add too much salt. Enhancer. A lot of people think salt will ruin sweet, but it often is an enhancer. So, bake. I'm going to do 300 for 10 minutes. Ah, come on, you. Double check, make sure nothing's in there. We're good. Alright. In a moment, once I get this in the pan and I'm in the oven where I'm not gonna touch it anymore, that's when you guys can tell me how good I did, based off of what you're able to see and hear. Because technically, once this is in the oven and it cooks completely, there's nothing more I can do to it. So it's basically scraping and plop it onto a bowl or plate for ice cream. So, again, I'm hoping the butter and the liquid that I took directly from it into the pan allows everything to stick up with no problem. So, like I said, this is the one I wasn't 100% sure of on how well I would do. But yeah, just waiting for the oven to heat up, throw this in for about 10-15 minutes, and hopefully that will be done. So, then the next step is the potatoes. Do I want them grits or do I want them baked or mashed potato for a Philly cheesesteak? I haven't made up my mind. They all sound good. Though, I feel like grits would probably be the best option. So, and then after making the side is the main course. I know I'm doing this all backwards, but you know what? Fuck it. boiling cream canned soda. For the meantime, though, for those who's watching, either the VOD or in chat currently, let me know what you think. Will you be interested in more independent cooking? Do you want me to follow strictly a recipe from this point forward? Or do you like me to try to showcase what I know? And you guys can fill in the gap. Do you know the Muffin Man? I know the Muffin Man. But, oh. I was about to say, ain't no way. Out of the corner of my eye, it made it look like the oven said it was 300 degrees away. I'm like, there ain't no way. Chaos. I figure you will love the chaos. And I can't wait to hear your review of my cooking process. After I throw this in the oven, I'm not allowed to touch it anymore, besides add more time. So I'm curious what your opinions are. 150. So about 2 minutes from now, that should be done. But yeah, for the Philly cheesecake, you've been wide-eyed. Oh no, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. I probably missed like 3 crucial things. I know I missed the brown sugar. Even though I knew I needed brown sugar, I thought we had some. Turns out no. No one informed me that we ran out. So, when I discovered that an hour before stream, I'm like, well, that sucks. Well, I don't have time to go to the store to get some again. Yay! Because I blew a bunch of my plans for that dessert, so I have to reconsider everything. And then I went back to my basic idea, but just hope for the best. I'm yanking your chain. Okay. Okay. That gives me a bit of confidence, unless you're yanking on my chain to yank on my chain again. Which, not cool. 2:15, another minute. Like you're yanking my chain to yank on my chain to yank on my chain. Then you're making me think I'm yanking your chain when I'm actually being shaken by your chain. Does that make sense? No. But nothing has to make sense. The only thing I don't like about cooking or baking is the time between things. And I know I could technically turn it on sooner and let it preheat before I fry or cook stuff, but my brain doesn't do that. It does one step at a time. Also, since you guys may not have been here at the beginning of the stream, be prepared for cats to jump up onto this counter once I start making the beef. One cat's already intrigued by the cinnamon, which is this better. A little shy one. Pumpkin. He was named after my sister decided to want to name pets after holidays. So we got a white cat for Pumpkin, an orange cat for Irish Day, and we have one cat that always makes sense, Ghost, for Halloween. At least we got one that makes sense. Hey, Pumpkin! Pumpkin! I don't want to say hi. And loves you. Come here. Here you go. Yeah, too scared. Which makes sense, but it's a big light in here, which is normally not here. This is just so that I can at least be somewhat lit, because this is what the kitchen would look like normally, and I don't like how that looks on camera. So I prefer this. Alright. I can't make any more adjustments to this. It is what it is at this point. And I want to do this for 10 minutes to start. And I will decide from there if it needs more or less time. Alright. The fried potato. The fried apples that I also am baking is officially in the oven. So everyone's in jail. Scratch the Edward family, give me your footage. How well I did this. Since there's nothing else I can do that anymore. Also, hey Robert, you just missed me making a soup for my dad and a dessert for my family tonight, which I will put into the community post how everyone thought about it, if they liked it or hated. So that's gonna be fun later on. In about 10-15 minutes, I will make the side dish for today's dinner for my family. Something to do with potato. Specifically, the potatoes, like actual whole potatoes. And I really want to do crisps, or a form of a crisps with them. And just see how that goes. Okay, tell me what you would have done, assuming you had all the recipe ingredients compared to me. Or with the advantage of not having brown sugar. That type of thing. Tell me, oh great one. Come on. You want my attention? You got my attention, cat. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, I guess Pumpkin doesn't want to come up to me. I sleep late tonight. Hey, I have those nights too. Most nights, unless I have work, I'm usually up by 10, no later. But a few months ago, when I was going from college life to adulting, I wouldn't get up until 1. Okay. Now you want to come up here. And no, you can't go to the counter. Not today. But yeah, Pumpkin, one of my cats, is here right now. Wanting attention. I had to make sure don't get on the counter because there's stuff on the counter that they're allergic to. So you can't jump up on the counter. Anyways, I'm probably gonna cut the potatoes into like a 1/4 or an 1/8 inch and try to fry them up. Just something simple. Do a basic seasoning with that. Well, I'm not cooking anything at the moment, technically speaking. I am baking fried apples that was in honey, cinnamon, and nutmeg. And a little salt on top for flavor. Yeah. That's currently baking. I'm not cooking anything at the moment. I'm just waiting for this to bake and fry up. Cut and peel apples. Put the saucepan with the water. Yeah. I wish YouTube chat would actually hold things up on screen longer. Into a saucepan, water, brown sugar, salt, butter, cinnamon, nutmeg, and boil until soft. While bowling, while bowling taking uncooked. Okay, so you would have done something what I thought of for the brown sugar. I didn't want to boil the sauce and fry the apples separately. I wanted them all to combine at once. I know technically you're supposed to separate the two and then go. Um, Also, I wanted the slice to be whole. I didn't want them to crumble. But I don't know. It's worth a shot. I'm wanting to try something different, and going back into how one of my mom's side of the family does fry apples is usually sliced. Granted, I did forget about the peel. I forgot to peel the apples. That's on me. I was focused on the cyanide seeds that I forgot to peel. Oops. But yeah, it's usually just apple slices. Like thin slice, at most an eighth thick, and thrown into the oven. Or just fry them up. I want to try baking instead of just all fried. Just to try. To see if it does a texture thing I want it to do. If not, oh well. Besides, this is not the main dessert. It's the foundation for the vanilla ice cream on top. So I wanted to have some structure to hold the ice cream. Yes. From what I was able to read from the chat comment, yeah. I didn't catch the last part, so hopefully it wasn't too bad, but yes. And Joey, yes. I'm gonna take a quick peek. I may have to do it for another 5 minutes, but I will see what happens after 3 minutes. Also, because my cat is here and I don't want to stall him, I'm not going to jump up on screen. So if you chat and I miss it, I won't be able to read it for the next few minutes. Until he comes down naturally, because I don't want to stall him. He's really paranoid. Update cooking's good. From the looks of it, it's not. It seems like it's not doing the texture thing I wanted. I wanted. How do I describe it? I wanted to have that fly texture. I want the hard edge and soft inside, which I know baking can either make or break that depending on how soft the apple is. Like I said, I'm just experimenting here, trying to do something different. If it doesn't work, as long as it tastes good, it's fine. I will take one out and try it so to see if it tastes good. I am nervous about the cinnamon because I accidentally opened the wrong side on the pack like an idiot and dumped a whole bunch of cinnamon in it, so it's going to be really cinnamony. Which my dad and I will love. I'm not so sure about Mom and Rebecca. So. But yeah, that's basically the update. It doesn't look like it's doing what I want. But ultimately, as long as it tastes good, and it feels good in your mouth, it's fine. He finally got off my lap. Let me see. Oh, that actually sounds good. The whole core of the apple. And an actually on top. Okay. That's something I could do next time. Maybe off camera, just to try it. But to answer your question, what is my cat's favorite food? My orange cat, which is Pasky, hasn't appeared on screen today. Loves anything. If it's eatable, he will eat it. He's the definition of being a Garfield. Ghost tends to like turkey. That's something I noticed with him. Turkey. At least when it comes to the cat food stuff, turkey. When it comes to human food, he has a strong sensation to beef and salmon. And for Pumpkin, he is really particular about his food. When it comes to cat food, he tends to go to salmon. And when it comes to human food, he tends to navigate towards beef and salmon. He doesn't really like anything else from what I have seen besides the one thing of cat food. Anyway, sorry for all that scaring you. I can definitely say one thing. It smells good. Shut up. Take a small one. Okay. My comments on this. It tastes really good. Better than I expected it to, honestly. But I should peel those apples. That peel is not doing anything but hurting the texture of this dessert. Or the foundation of the dessert. I should have peeled. If I would have peeled, this would have been perfect. At least with the situation I had. Damn it. Okay. Note to self, always peel. Regardless if you think it's necessary, peel the apple. But yeah, I like it. This will go really well with the vanilla ice cream on top. It does what it needs to do. It's not sweet, it's savory, it's salty. It has that fruity sweetness I like. But it also tastes natural, so it will complement the artificial sweetened ice cream with the vanilla flavor. This does what it needs to do. Nothing more or less. So, the oven is turned off, so don't worry about it overheating. I'm going to let it stay in there to stay warm. And also to save space, because I don't have a lot of counter space. So, alright, if I would have peeled those apples, those would have been really good. Ah, there's always the one thing you miss. So, might as well throw this away. So basically, we only have two things left to make. The potato side dish and the main course. The main course I don't want to cook until it's time to cook it, so around 3:30. So I have roughly 45 minutes. Do I want to cook the side now? Which will be crisps, so chips. But maybe a little thicker instead of normal way of chips. Or do I want to cook both at the same time? Yeah, we've only been doing one thing at a time. We might as well just keep that trend going. Alright. Let me get everything I need to make the potato crisps. So it may be a little bit before we cook that. So if you want to chat for a moment. The dessert is a fried apple cinnamon nutmeg bottom, and when it comes time to serve it, It's going to be with a vanilla ice cream on top, like a single double scoop. There's enough apples in there for each person in this household to get one of that. And we're not having a snack. We're going right into the dinner now, which is going to be a Philly cheesesteak with the onion, peppers, and mushrooms, and the agara, I don't know how to pronounce that, with a potato chip type of thing, but natural, not the bad kind. And that's what we're about to do. We're going to do the potato chips. I call them quips when I'm making them myself. I call them chips when I'm buying them. I know. Those moments when you accidentally blend cultures together. Yeah. Also, I will try the soup on camera when it comes time for the closing. Because there is soup being made, it's off to the side. Potato chips, fries, chips. Yeah. Give me a moment, clean off the station. I'm also trying to decide the flavor. Do I just want them salt, or do I want to try to spice them up a touch? Because I'm thinking garlic and salt. Because that's what sounds good right now. Hold on. Alright, I got a special request on air to make ramen. Granted, it's nothing special, it's the instant ramen. So I'm gonna make that for a little fast, as I also prep all the things I need for today's dinner. So, how long has that been happening? The flash of light. How long has that been happening? And it's better way for me to fix that. Because that's really distracting for me. Hmm?
I don't know if it's pork or beef. Huh? No, I'm saying like I don't know what I want is pork or beef. It's the brown package.
I just grabbed the beef.
Is it the red one?
Yeah. But I could easily just grab a pork.
Yeah.
That's the one. Alright, grab the wrong one. Lovely. And yes, there was ketchup there this whole time when I'm not getting ketchup for the pasta. Alright, back to our normal schedule program. We need to do 3 potatoes. Not that one. that one. That one will be fine. Don't know why they want me to use this bag. This bag is bad. But we make this work. Put you off to the side. We have our oil. We have more oil off to the side. This may be a while. Screw it. I'm an American. We don't take our time. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, I see why they call this the patient bottle. God. Okay, we've been tricked. We've been bamboozled. This is a bottle that you're meant to put extra oil in, like in those big containers. And it's meant to teach you patience. Like, this is ridiculous. It's only like dropping. Wow. Okay. So how's your day going? You only had 2 hours of sleep and you've been weighing down, huh? I know the feeling. Most of my nights, let me rephrase this. Most of my nights a few years ago, I literally was able to get 1 hour of sleep because my insomnia was so bad. I'm thankful that I'm able to get at least 5 hours consistently. But I know the feeling when it comes to that aspect. The surgery aspect, I remember from eons ago, back in my youth, when I had my back surgery. Can you go any slower? This is ridiculous. Yes, we have a family of people with sleep disorders. Yay! I love genetics. And they give you the worst quality of things. Yippee! Okay, I have seen that if I do this, it speeds up a hair. This is just ridiculous. Can I just lay you like this? No, I have to put you like this. My word. I'm throwing away this bottle. This is the first time I'm using this, and yeah, no, never again. Finally ran out, and it wasn't enough. Wow. Okay, only going to put so much in this. Yes, you, my dear friend, I need. Before I continue with the potatoes, I want to read chat open from the past. Mexican food is your favorite, which I know. Turkey salmon with pizza and spaghetti. Hey, I feel you, Robert. What is your new thing, today or yesterday? I don't know, Robert. Can you define what you mean by new thing? I'm a little confused by that. That's also what I'm picking up on, but wasn't 100% sure. no problem. Alright, now that we got done with that bottle, and I helped Rebecca with her lunch, let's try and now make some potato. Okay. Trying to peel off as much of the skin as possible, because these are a bit older potatoes, but the ones I grabbed are healthy, which is on that verge of going bad, but we're still easily able to be cooked. And I know this because one of the things we did in my college for the health class is which we study to figure out which potatoes are good or bad. So I'm confident these ones are okay to eat, especially after cooking. If you couldn't tell, I'm trying to cook scraps. Trying to cook the stuff that is going to go bad soon. Trying to get ahead of it. Utilize what we can so we don't have to go to the store too much. Try not to waste food. Something I wish a lot of other people in my life did more of. Because the amount of times I see my peers throw away food that was still good, but it was just like slightly off, can be bad. And yes, most of the time, potatoes can be used. The ones back there were unusable because they were really crumbly small. So that's what I mean. It was like, yeah, a bug type of thing got into it, to the point it's unusable. So, besides, the 3 I grabbed were the 3 big ones anyway, so regardless, I was going to be good. Yeah, good call. But, yeah, I've seen a lot of my peers throw away stuff that can still be cooked if you know what you're doing, and it's just disappointing. And again, I'm not an expert cook by any means. I cook decent enough to make people happy, and that's the best you can do. Plus, I had to explain to a few people, again, peers, work friends, etc., why it's important for you to learn basic cooking. Because a lot of my friends, unfortunately, have this mentality of, hey, if I can get a girlfriend or wife, they would do all the cooking. No. If you want that life, that's fine. But if something happens to your wife or girlfriend, you're back to eating ramen and only ramen. So, just things to mention to my peers a couple times. Just learn how to do cooking for the most part. Even if it's basic, if you can only cook a handful of things, I guarantee you, anyone can make a french fry, anyone can make a bowl of spaghetti. Just make sure you don't add ketchup, random. And just learn how to cook, at least for yourself. You don't have to cook to a family like I'm doing. Just learn how to cook for yourself. Plus, for the men or the women in chat that's like, hey, I can't find a partner. Cooking is an attractive skill. Legitimately, I got a girlfriend in college just because I knew how to cook. So, literally, just for many different reasons, selfish and survival, learn how to cook. Plus, it's cheaper long term. Short term, yes, it's expensive. Because you have to buy all the ingredients and go up to $200. But long term, it will save you money. But yeah, just if you can cook, and it doesn't have to be polished level. Like I'm trying to make decently sized chips, and I know I'm not doing the best job of cutting them. That will make Gordon Ramsay upset. But I'm not trying to impress him. I'm trying to impress my gut. So. I'm starting to focus a little bit more because I'm getting to the end of this potato and I don't want to accidentally cut myself. If you're wondering why I'm going quiet. Okay. One potato done, 2 to go. And I'm taking my time because I'm in no rush. I have until roughly 4:30 to get all this done. So, I have an hour and 20 minutes. And the meat, the argue and stuff will only take 20 minutes tops, so I'm in no rush. Okay. Let's get this potato done over. Ain't you too thick. Oops. Once I get all these potatoes cut, I'm going to put these into an ice bath to try to get some starch done, get them clean one more time before I fry them up. And then I'll turn on the heat and let these bad boys fry up. I don't know how many I can put in at a time. But we'll just see how it goes. Also note to self, I will be using the PC next time I do a live stream here. I don't like the phone live stream features at all. So this probably be the last time unless I'm doing a chat stream. So, good to know. I cook sometimes, but not all the time. Hey, that's fair. Not all of us have the time to cook. Most of my media days, I don't have time to cook at all. If I have time to cook, I will. Scratch if I'm feeling good. Okay. One more potato to go. That one was way easier than the other one. Ouch. Don't worry, I didn't cut myself. Just a bit of the skin went underneath my nail. The potatoes attacking me, folks. They didn't want to get cut up anymore. They seen Sausage Party and all of a sudden they feel like they can rebel. This is why we should blame media for everything wrong with society. Okay, that's all the skin. Make it too thick again. There we go. One more have to go, and then water bath, and then fry them up. And I know, again, I took a potato unit in college. They're technically supposed to do 24 hours of water bath for chips, but nah. We're not going to do that today. We're just going to do a basic water bath just for cleanliness sake. Not to improve the starch of them. Okay. All the potatoes have been finely cut. I'm going to the trash can to, well, throw everything away. Water bath. I have decided I will do garlic and salt for the seasonings. I'm going to let that soak for a little bit. Heat this up. Prep my relaxation station for these fries. Not fries, chips. Let me see if anything happened in chat while I was distracted. Yeah, basically, just keep cooking, challenging yourself, and just try to have fun. Like, food can be really boring if you let it. Surprisingly enough, if you follow the same recipe over and over and over again. Take risks once in a while, like I did with the apples. I did pretty well for not having brown sugar and following the normal fly apple recipe. I just forgot the apple peel. But yeah, let these soak in here for a little bit. Get these hopefully a good clean. And then we will fry them up. I don't know for how long. They say once you are able to fry up, you should be able to drop in this or anything with flour or starch. And hopefully just be able to tell instantly because it will start frying up instantly. Plus bubbles is a good sign, depending on how used it is. Not ready yet. Probably another few minutes. But yeah, we have roughly an hour and 15 minutes to finish this, which is basically 3 minutes, 5 minutes per fly. Not fly, chip. And then cook the meat for the Philly cheesesteak and do the peppers and onions. Fry those up. Though I do have to fry the mushrooms separately from the onions and pepper. So that's multiple pans we're using, which I'm not a big fan of, but it is what it is. But in between the potatoes and the Philly cheesesteak, I will be turning off the soup and trying it on camera. So, the light is flickering. You're talking about the Instant Pot? Because I can easily turn that, because there's nothing flickering about it, just the shutter speed is not matching with the camera. I would just do that for the temporary. Cooking is like a boss battle to you. The light ceiling. I don't see it on my end. I'm confused. I can turn it off. Is that better? Because I don't see it on my end. I don't know if my phone just have a different speed than yours, or it's just perfectly shuttering on my end, but it's not on yours because of windowing. But I don't see the issue on my end. Because the only thing flickering was the Instant Pot. I'll let you know. Okay. Let's try again. Not yet. Okay. Not yet. But yeah, we will season the chips with garlic and salt. I may do paprika. I'm not 100% sold on that idea. Stand up. Oh, you're talking about the light issue I saw before. Yeah, my phone, for some reason, is doing auto exposure, and there's nothing I can do about that. I have an older phone, so I don't have all the customization um, periods. It's been doing that automatically. I only noticed it about 20 minutes ago when I turned my head and it flickered. There's nothing I can really do about that. That's my phone automatically doing that for me. Trying to adjust the best possible light. Because it keeps separating the background from me. So, right now I'm in focus. So, it's doing the best it can to light me up properly. But if I stand at a certain angle, or stand at a certain distance, it will automatically flicker. So I see what you're talking about now. The only option I have to fix that, it only does it when I stand. Huh. I don't know. I don't know how to fix it even if I wanted to. Unless I want to turn off my lights and just use the natural light, but that could make it worse. I don't know. Let's try again. Not yet. We're looking for 350. Ah, I saw it. Just for a microsecond. Yes, I am okay. I am doing fine. I'm just trying to wait for the pot to heat up. It is all oil with the new oil, so I figure it may take a moment. Thank you for being proud of my amateur cooking. It's, you're giving me Miss Singles pot. You're telling me you're ready to be fried, but not. I don't know anymore. This pot makes no sense. I'm almost positive it's because it's mostly all oil. I see it. It's auto-adjusting. There we go. So if I stand way here, and way here, that's the trigger spots. Okay, I'll try to avoid being on this step. Well, there's nothing I can do here. I have to stand here in order to see, so you guys can see what I'm trying to do. So new stuff like what you do or did, or anything else that's new today. Okay. The only new things I have really been doing is planning on doing some woodwork in order to fix my desk area a little bit. To add not only more support for more area for my keyboard. Because my keyboard is like on the edge. And I've been noticing when I hit the space bar too much, the keyboard will try to move on me and fall out of my desk area. So that's the only thing new. I did the measurements, I know what I need to do, and I have the wood. I just have to cut it out and then add the support beams onto it. So that's the only thing new. Otherwise, I'm just tired, but being as energetic as I possibly can. I'm not the most charismatic of individuals. So, again, you are giving me Miss Singles pot. Are you ready to be fried or not? Okay, you all ready. Cool. Took you long enough. Okay. You all ready. Let's take some of these chips. Throw you in. when it cool down for a second because it's on the bubble over, that means I accidentally added too much water. Oops. I thought this type of spoon would do the trick, but it didn't. And once again, it's probably because it's oil, so that's probably another key factor in it. I have to keep an eye on that. Put it here for a second so I can let this dry. But yeah, we just wait for the frying to be done. Probably about 5-ish minutes. Yeah, Robert, I am a busy individual. With me being the editor for the Edwards, working as a bartender, substitute teacher, and media specialist, while also doing this and keeping an eye on the house and my grandparents' house. I'm a busy individual. It's one of the many reasons I decided to go live stream. Giving the same content, but in a live stream format of things I want to do for the channel. So, besides reactions are officially cancelled. Unless I choose the reactions and whatnot. Let's just say an old buddy came back to the channel called Copyright Claims. And I officially cannot do the biggest creator I did reactions for. Because apparently he's part of an agency now, and his agency doesn't like reactions. Something I didn't know about until recently. So, no more crack diggers reactions. So, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And there's only a handful of things I want to react to anyway, so reactions are basically canceled. At least all my former reactions I've been doing, all those are canceled. But that's fine, because I've been wanting to do gaming and cooking and mythology videos for a long time now, so I'm happy. It gives me a good reason to cancel those series. I like it. Always finally starting to calm down and I can finally see what I'm looking with. And yeah, I have to try to stand really careful because, man, the auto exposure is bad. Okay, I'm going to increase the temp. And then, my favorite games, okay. Nice to hear that you're helping your family out and finding ways to entertain yourself but also entertain your other siblings and cousins. Nice. Love to see a good person helping out each other. So, okay. Yeah, in 2 more minutes, those chips will be done. I'll take them over to this bowl, let them drain, and then add in the more fries. True. Family, we stick together. Love you too, Angel. Um, Also, I know it tastes longer, but I recommend Blue Sweet tea. Jasmine is the flavor I have. Once you have Blue Sweet tea, it's really difficult to go back to tea bag tea. So, it does take a lot more work. But if you're willing to put in the work, you will understand tea people. You will understand us. Absolutely. It's like with coffee grounds and espresso. Once you find a certain style and brand and country that you love, you can't go back to instant coffee by Folgers. Like for me, I found my mid-dark brand is Top of the Morning, non-sponsored. That's my medium dark coffee. I'm still on the hunt for a really good dark and a good medium. I'm still on the hunt for those, but once you find out how to make coffee, espresso mainly, and blue sweet tea properly, it's just, you understand the culture. You understand why people spend hundreds of dollars on equipment and weaves from different countries. You get it. So, I have tried, I just need to try it in an espresso format, but in a coffee, just in a standard coffee, nothing else, that is phenomenal. The ones that you have. So. Alright, these are done. I'm just going to do this here. Alright. We got our first batch. Of potato chips done. We just have to let those dry up and become crispy. Like truly crispy at that point. It should be done within like hopefully 5 minutes. And that's only because we're using old oil more than new. Oh, yes, absolutely, Tom. The Uncle Mystery Man. The holiday version. Oh my god, it's so... Mwah. The pinnacle of coffee bean. But yeah, after this, we will go right into cooking the peppers, onion, and mushrooms in the beef gourmet, and then the beef itself. The beef should only take like 5 minutes tops to cook because it's really thin slices of meat. I don't see it lasting any longer than that. And the mushrooms and all that, the longest portion of that will probably going to be the cutting, because I have to make julienne slices. My brain finally kicked in. I forgot I have to wait these out for them to dry, not just leave them in a bowl. So, they were going to air out now. Double fry? Do I have to double fry these? If that's the case, I may not have enough time to make dinner. Oops. Oops. Sure. Let's double fry one batch and just see how that goes. It's probably going to be way less time since we already done most of the frying, so probably like 2 minutes tops, you would say? Then consider that. So, sure, let's double fry one batch and see how that goes. Oh, hello. Wow, that's a lot of measures in a hoodie. If you want extra crispy. Ah, okay, I see. Cool. Okay, I thought they were mandatory. Cool. Then, if that's the case, I'm only going to do one batch extra crispy, which will be the first one since we already got that done. So, that works. You had me scared for a second. And then, yeah, just grab a pan that's Americanly. And then fry them up. No, not fry them up. Cook the mushrooms separate from the peppers and onions, julienne, and diced onion. Go from there. Alright, this is one of the chips. Yeah, these definitely have to be extra crispy. They didn't get crispy enough. For my liking. Seasoning wise, they're fine. They could use more. Someone add more. Okay. Much better. That's the right amount of seasoning. But they definitely need to get extra crispy, so. Alright. Or maybe they're just not done yet on the drying portion. Yeah, double crisp them, both batches, and then we can get right into the main course. Because I want these done by 4:30. I'll close stream. That's when two hungry people should be coming in to the house, roughly between 4:30 to 5. And I'll put in the community post how they thought of it. So if those who know where I live wanted to step by and try something, they're more than happy to do so. But you have until 5, because I have a feeling that by 5, definitely by 6, all will be gone. Alright, these are done. They're all folded to the top. Let's try these ones out, and then we can double click these. For about 2 minutes. Yeah. Let these fry up for a bit. And then I will just throw them into that bowl again. Then we got 2 more batches. We will put this off to the side and then get right into it. Yeah. YouTuber house, no. You know what, Robert? Fair enough. Granted, you shouldn't know where I live. But, I mean for like friends and family who happen to watch the stream or happen to hit the bot as soon as it goes up. That's who I'm talking about. But, yes, never go to a YouTuber house unless you are really good friends with them or family. Never go there. Never meet your heroes, as they say. Yeah. Okay, one batch is done, 2 to go. more minutes on this, and then we can go. But to be fair, the timeout is just the same, common one. And yeah, just a common saying when it comes to meeting your role models and stuff, you're often going to be more disappointed than not. But obviously there's exceptions to the rule. There's no absolutes, which is technically an absolute. So basically it's a contradiction of itself, which is basically the definition of life. Everything's just a condescension. But yeah, I met one person that inspired me to go into film, and my expectations, I won't lie, was a little bit lacking. I was surprised how shy he was, but hey, you can know. Scheiße, fucking bastard. Sorry about that. I lost a fly, chip, whatever you want to call them. And I added too much garlic again. Yeah, I'm kind of dripping oil. I wasn't thinking. But let's just say, I'm not going to name this individual because he is a good guy. He just came off completely different from what I saw. Yeah, I'm not going to fall. Only losers fall, you know? Only absolute morons will fall. My main concern, though, if I'm being legitimate, if I'm being 100% serious right now, isn't so much the oil on the ground, but the seasoning of these fries, because I essentially added too much garlic. Please. But hey, if you like garlic, I actually made these fries extra garlicky. My mistake. Anyways, the last batch. I'm not gonna. Oh, it's only by a couple drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drops. I'm fine. Besides, I'm literally mopping it with my sweatpants right now. Because I have my extra long sweatpants on that I'm literally mopping as I go. Is it the most clean and effective way? No. But you know what? When you are too lazy, you make do with what you have. And also I don't have a mop, I only have sweepers. But thank you for being concerned for my health though. I will be genuine about that. Thank you so much for your help. Throw a little salt on my back for good luck. Fair enough, fair enough. Hey, if I do genuinely fall, and I go, my back, you guys have every right, and people in chat, and the only people in chat right now, have the right to call me a dumbass for a week. But seriously though, I do appreciate the concern. I done a lot worse than falling on the ground with my wad on my back. I done a lot worse. I have fallen onto a table. I have fallen onto concrete. I got hit by a car. If I fall on my back and that breaks me, I deserve to be broken. Context, because I know people may not know that reference. I am a trained stuntman, and I did a PSA really badly 3 times in my life. 2 times in high school. Those are the ones that my family knows about. And I did one that aired on local TV in my college. That one we did the full stunt correctly. So, yeah. I broke a tooth eating a carrot. How strong is that carrot? Like, how was that carrot? It must have been not white, because that's the only thing that makes sense. Wait, were you a kid? Let me ask that first. If it was a kid too, then that's fair. Alright, let that cool down. Okay, there was oil on those handles. Ow. Damn. Okay. I was able to touch it earlier with no problem. It just happened. Wait. Okay, fair enough. I deserve a little burn after making fun of this whole condition. Okay, let me make sure these dry. I just need to put salt on this. Okay. The chips are ready to go. We have 30 minutes to make dinner. So let's get to work. Do we have another cutting board I can use? No! Lovely. Okay, we do, but it's small. I don't prefer this one. I don't like it. Me no like this. Okay. Okay. We need peppers. Onion. The sliced mushrooms, they told me just to leave as is, so we're already good on this front. So that's all we've done, so that's beautiful. Getting the stickers off. Okay. I don't trust my local Kroger, so I'm just gonna clean you guys off real fast. I've never cut one of these before, so great. This is gonna be fun. Probably not. And then the request from my parents is Judy in, so I'm gonna try to do that. Okay. 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 Green pepper is almost done. Now I'm assuming the red pepper is exactly the same. When it comes to cutting, at least. Green onions officially done. Halfway done. And we got the onion, which I always mess up on the onion. I always do something wrong. And I've been told how to do it. I just suck at it. I will be blunt. I suck at onion. You're a onion. Rude. True. Truth. Also rude. I don't know the contents, but just rude. after those are done, let me quickly grab a pan. Okay, onion time. That's the root. They did say they only want a half onion, so that's why it's also going to be fun trying to cut this up. Okay, I did one thing right. I didn't teal up. That's a positive. Though this is still probably too much onion that they wanted. So I'm only going to take half of this. Okay. Okay. That should be good enough. Little more than half an onion. Okay. That's how much onion we're able to save. No. YouTube, quit trying to tell me to quit stream. Stop it. Alright. The only seasoning they told me to use for this is, where did I put you? Steak and Shop, which contains salt, garlic, onion, sugar, spices, lemon peel, and acid. So, okay. I'm gonna add a little bit of you. Cook you up. Okay, the oven is cooled down. Good. We need to make a batch of you, and then make a batch of the This is when so many pots and pans are going to be needed. It's not going to be funny. Crowded with a chain of meatballs. Great child's book. Kind of dumb movie. From a filmmaking point of view. Great child book. Not so good movie. Alright. So we're going to make the block of you. We need to make you guys over here. Probably not going to make that much mushroom, honestly. So, I'm going to put you guys separate. I need a spatula. And we're basically going on the vegetables besides the mushrooms until the onions grill up basically. Put it on medium, put it on medium. And the great problem of this kitchen becomes, well, 3 of the heaters don't work. So we're stuck with these things. So we can only make 2 at a time. 2 things at a time. So I'm going to make these 2 first, put them off to the side. Then make the garu and start cooking the beef. And then, by then it should be fine. I'm probably missing a step, but we should be fine at that point. So I probably need to give me some seasoning. Meantime though, I could get this correct. So, teaspoon? Wait, a teaspoon? Yeah, a teaspoon. Come on. Okay. Then we need a cup of water. Where did I put that measuring cup? In here. 3/4, we can make that work. Quick maths. Okay. That'll create the sauce that we need. After we get both of these done, and then we can cook the meat, and that should be it. Yeah, cooking music would be nice here, but unfortunately I'm just using my phone. So, also I'm starting to get a little tired and hyper focusing because I am behind. Somehow I lost time. So, I have to cook all dinner in 20 minutes, so now I feel like I'm on a time crunch. Somehow we lost a whole 30 minutes today. So, I did not calculate one thing correctly. This is almost done already, which is nice. And you are almost done. Okay. Actually, I think you're done. Okay, other than a couple mushrooms just set. Okay, so another 2 minutes on you. Probably another minute on you. Okay. Let me get a big pan for that one, which will be that here. Okay. And that will be for our beef. Just so that I can have a little bit more room to play with. I'm putting you down. Okay, and you guys off to the side. Placing you here. Placing you here. Let's cook some meat. How are you still frozen? I have you out for 7 hours now. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, make this work. Okay, let me get it put to the side. Man, this stuff does cook fast. What the heck? Okay. I see. I see what we're talking about now. Okay. But my parents did warn me when I was saying I could make this for them that the meat goes super fast and you gotta basically drop all the meat at once. I see what we're talking about. Okay, that's fun. Yeah, it seems like it gets done within like 2 minutes tops. I'm gonna finish this batch and then flap a bunch of slices so I don't have to mistime anything. Okay, that's a lot of fun. Lots of fun. Okay, that package is basically set. And this meat is good to go. But not that slice. That slice still needs to cook for now, so that don't do. Okay. Cool. Well, let's get this couple of slices going. Now that I know what I'm doing and how long. Okay. That broth is good. Now we just have to focus on the meat. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm just going to give you something right now. It's going to be really difficult for me to check chat since this meet once we find something like a minute, and I have to constantly move it. So there's only going to be so many times I can look back on chat. But from the quick glances I got a chance to look at your comments, yes, it's really weird to think about being live and having to do this. Because it's easy work. I've been at jobs way harder than this, but the difficult aspect of it is talking. Always talking about something. The problem is I like to hyper-focus, especially when we're dealing with time-consuming stuff like this. But I have to make sure I cook meat precisely and not overcook it. Plus it's loud and my mind just doesn't think when things are loud. I don't know how loud it is on your end, but this pan is really loud. So it takes up a lot of my focus. And then YouTube, I couldn't read the rest of the comment, but I saw something about YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. What is it? Oh, okay. I wish it was like that. That would make things a lot easier. Just slice and pre-packaged. Oh my god, that's more effective. Why didn't they just give me 2 things of that? Jesus. Anyways. I have a good concept of what this is all about now, and now knowing that my life is about to be easier, I can talk way more. Yeah, being live and working / doing stuff like this is not hard, crazy a little bit. Couple more seconds on you and you're good. Crap. Drop something. Oh, you're not done yet. But now you are. Can't use you. You failed in the one spot you shouldn't have learned. Okay, just season you. Another small coat of this goulet for you. Touch you. Touch you. I may not even need to flip these. They're cooking both sides. Wow. Wow, that's just way more effective than you. Feels so disappointing. I'm assuming the Edwards are busy. Well, okay, I got a chance to look at your comments a lot more effectively. Um, Robert, yes, it is crazy that some creators can be on platforms like this and be paid. I do not get paid for this. For full transparency, I don't. I'm technically able to make money off of YouTube. I just haven't passed the first paycheck point because I only get like 10 cents per video, and you need 100 to get a paycheck by YouTube. So yes, I'm technically getting paid, but not enough for it to be a living. Like it's gas money once or twice a year. If you want to know the estimate for your creator on how much money they make on YouTube based off of what I have seen, because I have checked on multiple people's channels of like payments outside of my own, it is roughly $5 per 1,000 views. That's roughly how much you get paid solely off of YouTube ads. Everything else comes from sponsorships and deals, people paying you, like with the gift donations, etc. But yeah, that's roughly. Of course, it can be more or less, but that's play by ear basically. Like theoretically speaking, the best channel to make on YouTube is history. That's literally the best channel on paper to make money. It's educational, doesn't offend people, or at least it shouldn't offend people, and a lot of sponsors want to get on the ad money. But it doesn't work because you usually deal with controversial topics and then YouTube instantly goes, no, we don't want to teach that. So, history is technically the best channel to make, but there's so many rules and caveats, like you cannot talk about World War II. So, anyways, Edwards, welcome back. We are almost done with the Philly cheesesteak. We're just working on the meat, and then as I go, add more of the broth mixture to re-moistify the meat. So once we do that, we're done. But yeah, just those crazy little things, that's all. And then obviously after we cook the meat, and everything's like platter out for serving purposes, cleanup is necessary. I know I definitely need to get another trash bag or two for everything, and then I'll get everything into the dishwasher. After, obviously off camera, I'm not going to bore you with the cleaning. And within 30 minutes to an hour, check the community post that will be airing hopefully by then to see how everything is. The chips, after a while of letting them dry up, taste good. It still tastes like fries though, which is unfortunately. Okay. One more section of this meat left. Let's go. This meat is definitely falling apart due to the heat. When they said, we've frozen until you're ready to cook it. I didn't realize they meant this seriously. What the heck? Okay, I have to try to work a little faster. Come on, meat. Okay, I have a slice of meat that is literally protesting the leave. There we go. The dog is barking. It is 4:30. The mail should be here. The next boss will be also the mailman going around the other side of the neighborhood. And then probably the bulk of our customers coming in, you can say. So, second to last. Oyster drop. Let's see what you guys are saying. Same here. I'm hoping everything comes that way. When it comes time to anyone cooking, that's all you can ever hope for. Everything to come out good. Alright, our last 3 meat slices. And then we can clean up. Buckle down. And in the stream. Cause man, I need to clean this kitchen area, man. It got really messy in a hurry. I was able to maintain it for the most part, but now I lost all this area. It's just off screen. It's an absolute mess. So, to eat food, want to help in cooking with you. I mean, I guess we can theoretically do a cook along, but I'm not the guy to do that. I'm not a professional. Yeah, there's all probably like, I smell food. I hear mailman. I want to kill a bitch. So, and for context, for those who don't know who Rudy is, he's my dog. You'll be home at 6. I thought you were going to say 5:30 at the most, man. Okay, but then I have no Woody to watch because that means food will be ready by then. Without a shadow of a doubt, no concern. But yeah, the dog is a little Pomeranian that acts like he's a German Shepherd. And to be fair, he has made dogs 10 times his size bow down to him, so he clearly knows how to diss people in dog language. That's the only explanation I know on how he was able to make a Husky and a German Shepherd bow down to him. Alright. Get the last of this on there. Okay. Alright. Everything's cooked for tonight. All that is left for me to do at this point is to basically tie up the space, make it able to present food, which I'm going to do off camera. I don't want to bore you with that. Because all it is we're having a couple of trash cans. Yes, I made the potatoes already. Literally everything for tonight is cooked, including dessert, including one more meal for Dad's lunch. Everything is prepped. I literally did everything I was going to do if I wasn't streaming on stream. Anyways, back to what I was doing. All that's left to do is set everything up, make things into plates, put a couple things into a freezer, do dishes, do trash, clean up the oil mess I made, and basically tie up. I don't want to do that on camera, so I'm going to wait for things to cool down, probably about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to end stream. So, hopefully you guys see my cooking talent. I'm just an at-home cook. I'm not a professional by any stretch of the imagination. I have been trained for like 45 hours by an actual chef, and I technically have watched enough Food Network and food shows on YouTube to know basics of advanced stuff, but I just cook food to hopefully make it taste good and feel good in the mouth. That's all I hope for. I don't expect anything more than that. So, Philly cheesesteak, it's done. The potato, quits, fries, whatever you want to call those bloody things, are done. The fried apple base for dessert is done. I just need to get the vanilla ice cream when it comes time for it. And then the lunch for dad, which is a soup, is done. So, I'm curious on the soup though. That's something I do need to try. Thank you. That was something I was going to ask right before ending stream. Do I wrap those up and put in the oven, or no? So thank you for reading my mind. Thank you for reading my mind, Angel. You are responsibility. That's good. With great power comes great responsibility. Okay. Type 1 in chat if you want Rudy, if you want to see Rudy, since he's trying to make an appearance. Type 1. Type 2 if you don't really care. Because I feel like he wants to come out of my room area. At least for a bit. And no, my room is good enough, spacious enough for him. We got 1. Do we have more ones, or are we good? Going once. Going twice. So, I didn't see another 2. Come on, pup. Come on. And of course, you went right for the cat litter. For those who do not know, this is Woody. He is a mini Pomeranian dog. He's also the dog I mentioned earlier on stream to make a German Shepherd and a Husky bow down to him by barking. You see why we had to cage him up? This little devil. But no, in all seriousness, we try to keep him out of the kitchen as much as possible because he likes to go into the cat litter and make a mess, and also piss everywhere because he wants this to be his territory. So, yes, hyper territorial for a little dog, but I love him. You see, I love animals. So do I. So do I. Also, another thing that he does is whenever I stop petting him, he will paw at me and beg for more pets. So once I stop petting him, I can't stop for like 20 minutes. Or else he will start barking and getting mad at me. So, that's another one of his quirks. And yes, I have timed it before. I couldn't stop petting him for like 45 minutes one time. One hand has to be petting him at all times once he wants pet. You have 11 cats. We have 3 cats and a dog. And a buddy of mine only has one dog, so. See, I stopped. But to be fair, he is like eyeballing the cat litter. Okay, now you're gonna behave because you're on camera. Oh, there we go. Now he's pawing at me. Oh, don't fall. So as soon as he went off camera, he started to paw at me. Oh my God, Robert. You're the combination of both of us plus a bird. My God. Okay, I have a question. Robert. How you can keep your bird away from your cats? I'm intrigued by that. That seems really difficult to do. Oh, Edwards, you have like a 30, like not 30 minute, like a 5 minute delay. That would also explain a couple of the comments. Oh, in a cage. Duh. Cage. You ever try to let them out though? Because I know some birds you need to let them out of a cage, assuming it's a small cage. I'm no bird expert though, because I never own a pet or never desired to own a bird pet. But I'm intrigued by that. No? Okay. I was just curious. Just going off of what I hear on the internet and like, yeah, I guess it makes sense on paper type of thing. Oh, hey. I'll let you be in this cage. I mean, not cage. I'll let you be in this kitchen, but you better behave. He is down and he is loose. I have to keep a close eye on him because he will piss and he will attack cats if they get into his quote-unquote territory, which is basically where I'm at. Which just makes no sense. His territory should be by the door, not on the outside of the kitchen. I don't know. But anyways, cooking stream done. I'll let you guys know in the community post what the judges think above the dessert and dinner tonight. And then for Dad's lunch, who knows how long that will be before that response will come into play. But hopefully by next week on Tuesday, we should get an answer. Alright? Up. Behave. Sorry, he tried to hike his wake up. So. Oh yeah, Elvis, you did have a bird. I completely forgot about that. You did own a bird at one point. Quit trying to hike your wake up. Alright, I'm going to end the stream now before Rudolph give me a bigger mess to clean. Tomorrow is going to be a Minecraft live stream. I go until I die. We officially have one death on our count. And our cap for that stream will probably be 5:30. But I will let you guys know tomorrow. So we will go until 5:30 or until I die. And similar to last week, it will end as soon as I can. If I die, of course. Quit hiking your leg. Okay. See you guys tomorrow, unless you live in this household I'm currently in, then I'll see you at 6 to 8. Peace. Now, how do I turn off a live stream here? Alright, this makes no